trying out a new camera. It's my boyfriend's like DSLR, so I hope that this clip looks good. We'll see how it goes. But I moved a couple of things around and I think it works a little bit better now. Maybe let me just show you. Well, bam! We're moving through the kitchen. Alright, so this is my kitchen. I don't know when was the last time we were in here, but sometime off screen I put up this situation. We've got, well, typically I put like my onions down here, cat food items, and then my boyfriend's like workout stuff. But I put up our little calendar. I also put this up. I'm gonna eventually maybe put something down here. And then I do want to get like a shelf up here at the top, because I do have a couple of like books that I'd like to keep here in the kitchen. So that's kind of what's going on in the kitchen. I hope we like it because I really like it. A couple of other things that I haven't shown y'all is we got this. It's a little chore chart for me and my partner. Stuff like the litter box. That's really like the only thing we trade off. Yeah, it's more for me than it is for him. Specifically with like meds and like bathing Daphne, so things that I'm going to forget to do. And then I have this little whiteboard, and I have an idea that I want to show y'all. But I have this whiteboard with all of our stuff that's like frozen over in our deep freezer, and like our fresh stuff that's already in here. And are we out of focus again? I can't tell. There we go. And then like the meat that we have in the freezer, and then like this is for our little dryer washer setup. So what I want to do is this cabinet, eventually what I want to do is like strip the color, the white and the blue, or the cream and the blue, and make it more like this kind of color that our cabinets are. And then in the inside, what I want to do is this. I want to put like whiteboard paint on there and a couple of like magnet strips, so that it's basically like one of these, but for this area, you know what I mean? Because like the thing is that for stuff like this, I have a basic idea of what I have in here, but I don't know exactly everything that I have. And it's useful to have stuff like this so that I can plan out our meals just in general. I think having that but in here is going to be helpful. I wanted to use like Notion and all that, but it's just keeping it electronically instead of like where I'm actually keeping my stuff is just not a functional idea for me. And then the other thing that I have added is our little key thing. Our keys are here. Kitchen, I'm not gonna even show you the kitchen because it's an absolute mess, but I do have an idea with some of this like leftover roll essentially. So when I did this a while ago, I had obviously like some leftover pieces, and what I want to do is cut them out and maybe put them like back there on our back wall. There we go, on our back wall, like the door. Maybe some over here, I don't quite know yet. Alright, so I've been working on this for a little bit, and I got like some of this part cut off and some other parts, and then like I think these are all just like different mosaic pieces. I got one of the pieces put on there, and it just looks, I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks gorgeous. Now this down here, sad, terrible, dying, like literally my sunflower is literally dying, and she's probably gonna die before she blooms, but I should have been watering her, honestly. And this is what it looks like after I finished it. It's a lot less like full as I thought it was gonna be, but I still think it's pretty. I'll just bring it back. Yeah, see, it's so pretty. I could have a bunch of pieces in the shape of like little like gems and all that, and I think I'm gonna stick that maybe like over there on the door, or maybe in like the game room or something, maybe in like the laundry room window, just because I still want to use all these little bits. I did end up throwing away a lot, but this is just like the backings and all that, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna wait to put like the little gemstone stuff. I'm gonna wait maybe to like a day where I don't really have much to do, or where I'm just kind of feeling sad and need like a creative outlet to do that. Because frankly, like, I set it up thinking that today I was gonna do it, but I ended up doing something completely different, and I'm just kind of like not in the mood. And that's kind of like the hard part about doing all this, is that I, like, personally, I just need to be in the right mood to do this stuff, or else I'm just gonna, it's just gonna feel like a chore. So I'm gonna save that for another day, probably another video. We'll see. Depends on how sad I get. So I also spent some time working on my boyfriend's setup. So like, he already had all these monitors up, but I added his clock and some of his little decorations and just like knickknacks. He had this little like thing for pens and pencils or whatever, and I just took all his like entire bag of stuff, put it in there. His little knickknacks, his like figures, Hulk poster, and just like all of his little things all up here. And we've already seen my stuff. Bam. My desk is a little bit disoriented, but like, look how good my side looks too. I've even got some of the, we're gonna start a D&D campaign sometime soon. So I've got like Heart of the Dragon King, which is what we're gonna run, and then I've got everything but the player's handbook, because we're loaning that out to some friends. And soon I'm gonna be making a video where I'm gonna be setting up my like D&D journal, DM stuff, which is gonna be so exciting. So exciting. And I've seen a lot of people talking about this book, In the Flow by Alyssa Vitti, and I'm so interested to read it. I haven't even started, and it's like it's kind of a thick book. It's got like over 350 pages, and I'm excited because I know that there's a couple of things about like exercising and eating for different parts of your like cycle, and because I'm on birth control, my cycle is probably the most regular it's ever been, so I'm hoping that this helps with all that. The next task is going to be getting all of our pictures and posters. Actually, they're behind these, but getting them into the new picture frames. I went to Walmart and I grabbed literally a bunch of new picture frames, so I'm hoping to get everything filled up, basically, and like put up on the walls. I have a couple of places that I know I want stuff to be, so hopefully I can get that done maybe today. Yeah, let's hope to get it done today. Got the first one done, and Chrissy's in the shot. I think I just need 2 more big posters and then like a bunch more smaller ones. I'll show you what it's gonna look like once we actually like put it up and everything. It's gonna look so good. Alright, after 2 hours, every picture that I have has a home. I've got some vintage posters, my partner's like graduation stuff, anime posters, Fallout poster. It's finally time to put up our frames. Oh my god. It's so nice to finally get here because it feels like it's just been so long. This has been like in the making. So let me show you what I've got, right? On this wall, we are going to hang up pictures, specifically these, probably and most likely in this configuration, but that's gonna go like up here towards the top. Kind of want to move this a little bit closer to like the center maybe, and like move the little water thing for the cats over there, and eventually we'll get something better than this tiny bookshelf, but for now this kind of is what it is. And so I'm thinking I might want to like off-center this for now, because oh boy, this is a lot of space. This is a 24-inch, and I think these are all like 8 inches across, I think. So to replicate this here, obviously the first thing you want to do is make sure that you get everything in the position that you want them to be on the wall, right? Because you don't want to like make holes and then put it up like how the previous people have lived here. There's a lot of holes in this wall. So you get that, and for this I guess I could probably be using like nails, but I'm just gonna use screws because that's what I have a lot of access to, and I feel like it's gonna hold these a lot better because I really don't want them to fall. I already had like a bit of a slip up getting this poster into, or this ad into its little frame, and I don't want to mess anything up. So we're using screws. They hold up to 10 pounds and they are nice and strong. The most difficult part has finally been completed. All of my posters for this wall have been added. I've been here for like half an hour just trying to get this done. I'm gonna like clean this area up, maybe move this a little bit, and then we'll see how it goes. Woo! So I have moved this stuff, like this bookcase, a little bit over to cover the outlet, and took out all the books so I can like clean the bookshelf and stuff. And oh my god, so we have everything just kind of like over here. And what I wanted to do is maybe up here on top of a little bookshelf, I want to like showcase some of our cooler books. So for example, my boyfriend has this really cool one on bladesmithing, but we also have like one of the World of Warcraft Chronicles, two Blizzard cookbooks. Now I just gotta put everything back. Woo! I just want to quickly show y'all our like DVD movie selection. I put up at the very front everything that is like multiple movies or like a season or even like our box sets. So apparently I thought that these were VHSs. Apparently they're DVDs. So we have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 of these Star Wars movies. Guess I'm gonna have to find 3 at some point. That's kind of funny, but we have 2 of the Matrix movies, some like more adult films, Avatar, Legend of Korra, Teen Titans, the first season of Mystery Incorporated. I really want to get the second season because BF and I started watching it and they took it off Netflix. Netflix took like Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated off before we were able to watch it. So we got the first season. Also, like, it's hard to find the second season for this, so what's up? Anyways, behind all this, I have like a bunch of movies on this side, and then we move like these. We have more movies, more movies on this side, and then like these are all our VHSs. I've also like separated things a little bit into like say categories. So like up here I just wanted to put up some of our cooler books. However, down here is where the real magic is, because my boyfriend has a minor in philosophy, which means that from here to here is all philosophy. We have my one and only book on psychology. And then this is like a math book. We have a couple of coding books, teaching books, and then the other 2 cookbooks that I didn't leave, or that I didn't put up here. And then up here is going to go all of our like fiction. So we have the classics, right? We have the classics. We got 1984, Clockwork Orange, Fahrenheit, Odyssey, and we got some like fun ones over here, some fun fiction books. Alright, and now we have the completed look. Ignore all this doesn't exist. We have our lovely paintings. Well, not paintings, but like our pictures, our poster, our vintage ads. They run from like the 38 to 59, I think. And then we have our little bookshelf with some cool little trinkets, some cool things that show off our personality and interests. Woo! Alright friends, it is finally time to dress up this wall. I have all the stuff that I want to hang up over here. We have this mirror, and then I have a couple of like pictures and canvases and our degrees. It's all gonna go here, so we're just gonna give it a quick little... Alright, I know that it looks a little bit weird, but I left it as like this because, like I said, I wanted to make this into a gallery wall, And what I want to do is just kind of like slowly add on to it with some stuff that, you know, we get and pictures and all that kind of stuff. So this is kind of what it's gonna look like for now. We're going to El Paso this weekend, so I'm hoping to like grab a couple of things to like, you know, put up and stuff. So, you know, for now, this is what it looks like.